Hello, I'm Fritz Wieninger from Vienna, Austria. I'm owner and winemaker of the Wieninger estate, and all my vineyards are within the city limits of the city of Vienna. From all my vineyards, you have a beautiful view down to a 2 million city, and even more than that, because you also can see the borderline of Hungary, the borderline of Slovakia, lots of mountains where even in the early summertime the snow is shining a little bit. Vienna is located at the very last rolling hills of the Alps, and at these very last rolling hills are vineyards planted over more than centuries. Actually, not even the Romans brought the wine growing to the Vienna region. The wine was already there, made by the Illyrics before the Celts. So there is a wine production for more than 2000 years in the area of Vienna. And still it is existing. I say this because it's not so easy to protect this land. You have a fantastic view. Of course, a lot of people would love to build their houses up there, but fortunately the government of Vienna protects this land and saves it for us as the winemakers, so we can still produce our wines from this land. Mainly it's limestone, fossil limestone, across the Danube in the north of the city, where there's also a lot of vineyards and my winery located. It's less lighter sandy soil that produces usually more delicate or lighter style, with more freshness and more aroma intensity. So there is a lot of different terroirs, there is different microclimates in the Vienna region. What brings everything together is a beautiful setting in the outskirts of the 2 million city of Vienna. My winery is a family-driven winery. My parents still help me a lot. My wife is next to me in the office. Our children are still too small. Our oldest daughter is 9. The middle one is 7, and my son Maximilian is getting 6 next month. So whoever will take this over, we don't know so far, but I hope this also has a great future. The most traditional wine is not a variety, it is a wine called Wiener gemischter Satz, which is a field blend wine of different varieties that are planted in one vineyard together and also harvested together at the same time. So you meet somehow a little bit of overripeness. Some of the varieties are a little bit further or earlier, so they have more sugar, they have more exotic aromas and bring this into this wine. And other varieties at the same time, they are a little bit behind, more acidity, lower sugar content, so they lower the alcohol. We harvest everything at the same time, which grows mixed in the same vineyard, and end up getting a new dimension of wine, a new style of wine. Everything that has to do with Vienna, you can taste out of a wine like this. A combination of different flavors from different varieties in different stages of maturity. A little acidity from here, a little exotic aroma from there. This is the mystic thing of a Wiener gemischter Satz. Even Slow Food International put the Wiener gemischter Satz, I think 2 years ago, to the seal of being a Presidio product of Slow Food International. This is the highest thing you can get there. They mean we really have, honestly, we have to protect it and save it for the future and for the next generations. And now we have a taste of it. This is the lighter style. There is 2 styles actually existing. The lighter style up to 12.5 alcohol, and there is also a reserve style that starts with the 12.5, We want to concentrate now on the lighter style. This is basically the wine that Viennese people drink like every day, and people in Vienna like to drink wine, really, you can believe me. The fruit is fresh, the more the aromatic varieties come to the front, like a Riesling, like a Traminer, like a Grüner Veltliner, why not Muscatella. All these comes more to the front without giving the possibility to detect one specific variety. It's just this freshness in the nose that shows me it cannot come from like a Neuburger, which gives more the power to the wine. But the nose is very fresh, elegant, spicy. Reminds me on spring, this nose, because it's like a beautiful, colorful flower that just wants to open up. It also continues like that on the palate. The aromas are also here fresh. There is acidity, there is spiciness again, there are herbal aromas, and it goes with this dancing characteristics into the back, and fairly long. I can taste it here going down. There's a certain minerality of the wine. Minerality and acidity is always very next to each other, but this is not only acidity, it doesn't hurt the acidity. This is just freshness. The minerality is there because of the soil. The soil in Vienna is mainly limestone, fossil limestone. In some parts of the vineyard areas, it looks like it must have been a former coral reef. So many shells you can find in the vineyards, in the soil of the vineyards, and that gives wine a certain taste, a certain minerality you also can find with this wine. It's a wine you can easily drink, and when you have a glass, you actually immediately feel like you want to eat something. It's not an aperitif, but it's a wine that opens your mouth for food, maybe even for more wine. I would think this is one of those wines where you cannot stop with the first glass. You definitely want a second glass. My father always told me this is the best price you ever can get from the people when they say they don't give you points, but if they say we want a second glass or we want to order a second bottle, this is the best compliment you can get. And I think this is one of those wines. Wiener gemischter Satz. Vintage, by the way, is 2009. Presidio product of Slow Food. The most typical wine of the Vienna region. Cheers.